sun's faded all around me. Can't find my way through now. And something's got me holding on to you. Can you take me back to another place that you know we'll be alright? Pull the curtains back, I'll go anywhere we can go to find myself.
Hey guys, I'm here just doing a review of my Ram 3500. I've been meaning to do a review of it, but I've hadn't had a chance to. I've owned it for about 7 months. I bought it in July 2016, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the modifications that I've done to the truck and give a little review while I'm driving it of the things I do and don't like about it. The first thing I did to the truck was put these Weathertech floor mats in. I think I spent 150 bucks on them, and they've been great. They're perfectly form fitted. They fit great. They've been keeping the carpet nice and clean, and I love them. I'll get them for every other car I get from now on. The truck is a manual transmission, which I love, which is what I wanted, and I found one for pretty cheap. I spent $42,000 for this truck, and it's the only manual transmission I can find in California. The second upgrade I did was I bought this steering wheel protector. I don't really like it. The Ram logo is kind of ugly, but it's been working, and I don't want my steering wheel to deteriorate, so I'm glad I did it. I just recently purchased this Edge CTS2 scanner or monitor. It's not a tuner. I haven't tuned it yet, but I got the unlock cable with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till the warranty's up and then maybe delete it and tune it when the warranty's up. I'm not the kind of guy that would just throw away a warranty for nothing. So, but I figured I'd get this so I can monitor the exhaust gas temperatures, and one thing that I found that's really helpful is monitoring when it's going through a regen. So that way, if I'm on the highway, I'm not stopping in the middle of a regen and messing it all up. So. And I know if it's in a regen, I'll just take off on the highway and drive until it's off. I also got this dash cover, which is great. I haven't put down the Velcro yet, but I will. I also replaced all my interior lights with LED lights, the front and the rear with LED, so that way they don't run out and it uses way less power. I also purchased this holder for my cell phone at Costco. You basically put a magnet on the back of your cell phone, stick it on there, and you're good to go, which is really helpful when I'm shifting. I don't have to take my hand too far away from the shifter in order to update my directions and stuff. I guess the biggest noticeable change I did to the truck is I put a camper shell on the truck. I bought this ARE camper shell for $1,200 brand new. I have dogs, so I put the dogs in the back, and I can easily take it off when I want to tow a fifth wheel or a gooseneck. I don't have the gooseneck package in there yet, but I will put it. I don't have a gooseneck right now, but I do have a toy hauler that I haul, but it's a bumper pull. I'll eventually want to get a gooseneck or a fifth wheel, but that's in a couple years. I also put the amp step on, the Bedstep 2 or Bedstep 1, I forgot which one it is, on back here. I love it. These trucks are really hard to get into. They're really tall trucks, so with a push of a foot you got the step down and it's easy to get into, and then you just kick it right back up. And for the bed, I ended up going with the LineX bed liner. I got it for $485 out the door. It's proven to be awesome because I already have a couple dents in the bed, and it's kind of prevented the dents now. And before I went with rhino linings, and I loved rhino linings, but everyone online recommended LineX, so I went with this one, and so far it's been great. I also got the DZ Tailgate Assist. It's one of those unnecessary things, but it sure is nice when you have a handful of stuff. You can just drop the tailgate and don't have to worry about it just slamming down. Another one of my favorite upgrades are the new rims that I got. This package came with the chrome plastic rims with steel was chrome plastic capped steel rims, and I got these off of Craigslist for $350. Came with the tires. And I bet you I still have 20,000 miles left on the tires, so I'm going to go ahead and use these tires and then put my old tires back on. That way I don't have to buy tires for a couple more years. But these are the Laramie rims. They're OEM Laramie rims, and they're solid aluminum, and I really like them. I think it was a great upgrade. Some things I like about this truck are I love the manual transmission. I was looking for a manual transmission, but I couldn't find one, and I was actually looking at 2500s when I was looking to buy a truck, and I went to a dealership down in Huntington Beach and looking for 2500s, and they had a 3500 on the lot for cheaper than the 2500s, and it was manual, and it's what I've always wanted. I just knew that I can replace a clutch, and I can, you know, pull a manual transmission down and rebuild it, but I can't really do that to an automatic. I have to take it in. And Rams aren't really known for their the 68 RFE transmissions. They're supposed to be really weak. I also love the Cummins engine. It's a great engine. The inline 6 is supposed to be like the best with torque numbers and reliability, and miles. We're supposed to get a lot of miles out of the truck. I don't like the emissions equipment on it. I want to get rid of that, but I want to wait out the warranty on that, so that way I don't mess anything up or avoid anything. But after that's done, I want to delete it and tune it, and I can't wait till that happens, because I know it's going to give it a lot more power and torque. Another thing I don't like about it is when you take off, you can definitely feel a lag in the in acceleration, and I'm not sure if that's due to the turbo lag, or if it's because Ram kind of detunes the engine, and maybe there's some like torque management going on in there. That's another thing I don't like. I don't like how Ram detunes the engine for manual transmission trucks. They derate it down to like 680 foot-pounds of torque and 320 horsepower. So I don't like that, but I guess they do that because it has a dual mass flywheel. I'll also be changing that when I do the delete and tune, so that I'll put in a south bend clutch in it and make it more stout and reliable. There's also a rattle in the back by the back seat. I'm not digging that at all. I don't know what that is, and I don't even know if that's really warranty covered, or I should take that in, or what. I also don't like the fact, I guess you have to have it for diesel trucks, but I don't like the fact that it has two different fuel filters. One is a water separator, and another's a fuel filter. Those are kind of expensive, but I can find them on Amazon for about 70 to 75 bucks for the both of them, which is way cheaper than you can get them at the dealership or even in the store. So I'll probably post a link to that seller below the video, and if any of you guys are looking for a cheap fuel filter, that's where you can get it. I also don't like the fact that they put a cup holder right here, right behind the stick shift. You can't really put anything there, so I put a little coin holder that I had from my uncle there, but it kind of takes away from, you know, you having a cup holder there or something. I wish they would put the cup holders right here so that I have a cup, but I can see how that can get in the way also. So I don't know what's the best. And, you know, for now I have to put a cup way over here and reach over to get it, and I think it's kind of dangerous and kind of silly design, but I have to live with it. I also don't like the fact that Ram makes a big empty hole right there on the dash instead of putting a second glove box in. It can't be that much more money. I know they sell kits online to make it a glove box, but I don't see why you have to spend 250 bucks to make it a glove box when it's just kind of ugly and useless. All your stuff sitting out, and people can see it. I just don't keep anything there except for papers. That's definitely something I don't like about it. I also have been having a lot of problems with the Sirius radio. I lose reception all the time, and especially in the cities. Like, I won't even be under an underpass, or I won't be on anything, and it'll just cut out, and it'll just lose reception for 5 minutes, and then I drive down the road, and then it'll get better, but there won't be a tree or a cloud in the sky, and I'll just lose reception. I do love the Sirius radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio on there and music, but but I'm not sure if I'll keep it after this. I also love the exhaust brake in this truck. The exhaust brake just slows you down like no other. I'll be towing a trailer down a big grade, and I have a toy hauler. It's not that heavy, but with everything packed up in it, it weighs close to 6,000, 7,000 pounds. And I'll be going down a grade, and I'll just downshift into fourth, and I'll put that exhaust brake on, and I don't have to touch the brake once. It'll keep me under 50 miles an hour and keep it totally controllable. I absolutely love that, and that's one reason why I went with the diesel. Is I just didn't want to, burn out my brakes anymore, or rely on the trailer brakes or the engine braking and a gas engine to slow me down going down a hill. I think I bought this truck. It's an overkill, the 3500, but I figured for the same price as the 2500, I'd rather have this. The ride is a little bit stiffer than a 2500 is because of the leaf springs, but I kind of like that. There's less things to go wrong. You don't have you don't have sway bars back there, and leaf springs are a dime a dozen, and they've been tried and true for over 100 years now. So I think that's a technology I want to have for the next 15-20 years, and I do plan on keeping this truck for that long. But my next goal with this truck is to buy Weathertech seat covers, so that way they don't it doesn't get stained or doesn't fray or doesn't wear out over time, and people. And I swear, I get this truck and I don't eat in it, and I don't drink in it hardly at all. I have never eaten in it, and I swear everyone that gets in my truck decides to bust out something to eat and eats without even asking. So there's already been crumbs in here. There's already a couple stains in the back seat from people riding and eating or spilling something, and it just really ticks me off. So I really want to get those seat covers, that way it's not really affecting my stock seats. Although I do wish I had an inverter right here, but the Tradesman edition doesn't come with an inverter, so I might have to put one in, an aftermarket one, which is probably better because I could put a 1200 watt inverter in for probably the same price as that upgrade, and I'll put it under the seat and I'll run my stuff off of that. And I love how you can just select your gear and you don't have to really worry about the transmission overheating. I did buy a TDS power takeoff cover. I'm going to install that. I'll probably make a video on that too, so that way I can bring my oil level up a little higher, and then it gives you more capacity, so that way it won't overheat it as easy. But all in all, I don't think I'll ever overheat the transmission because I don't really tow 17,000 pounds, and if I did, I wouldn't be that hard on it, and it wouldn't be all the time. So I thank you guys for watching the video, and if you guys have any questions, just leave me a comment and I'll answer it. And if you guys can help me with figuring out how to delete it and what tunes to get or what shop to go through, just let me know, and I'll see you guys later.
Sun's fading all around me. Can't find my way through.